the Spiritborn was a good choice. Okay, I think we're gonna go for the cash, and then we're gonna go for the materials. Oh, we get a bunch of herbs from it too. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to. Yeah, we definitely need to go for the cash more often. I've been avoiding it and just going for the abductite, which maybe is probably why I've been running out of materials. Damn. 3,800 for that? Jesus. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, I think I've been focusing on the, yeah, see, we got 155 bundled herb from that, which is only one essence of war, which is just stupid, but yeah, that's crazy. Damn. Rakanox. Yeah, I'm excited that they brought rune words back, even though it's in a different iteration than what we're used to. Why can't I click on my stash? What the hell? But yeah, no, I'm happy they brought rune words back. And I'm really hoping that they bring charms back as well too. I mean, I feel like we've got the equipment tab, the socketables tab, the consumables, digi keys. I feel like on this vacant part of the bar, they can have more tabs that they can have in there. And I feel like they could have a tab for charms. Like they could have so many other tabs to have like really cool things like brought back into the game. I still feel like charms need a place. I'm really surprised though with like the Ubers, they didn't have the classic typical Ubers loot. Like, where's the Annihilus charms and the Hellfire torch? Like, we need to have those kind of items in the game too. Maybe that's just like the nostalgia freak in me. But I feel like Diablo, like, is like you can't have a Diablo game without having an Annie charm. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, you have like your Geed's fortune charm and stuff like that, where like it increases stuff. Like they could easily bring that stuff back in the game. And the weird thing too is like last season, when you would kill a goblin, you had a chance of spawning a goblin portal to like a special portal realm. I've killed so many goblins in this current season. I've never once seen a goblin portal open up into the portal realm. So I have no idea, like maybe in this expansion they don't want access to that yet this early in. I don't know, but yeah, it's weird. Yeah, there was like like different goblins had different things. Like you could have like a materials realm, or like it dropped all material stuff, and yeah, it was really cool. So I've kind of abandoned going goblin hunting just because there's no value really in it aside from just getting what the goblin drops. Like there's no portal spawning, which is kind of weird, but okay, how much abductite do we have now? Holy crap, we got 12k. Nice. Yeah, they have been. Yeah, I'm down to do whatever. I'm game. We got decent experience off that. I feel like we got what, like half a bar of experience. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty decent. Give me 1 sec. I'm just crafting some essences. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Okay, we got to make some elixirs of advantage here. Okay, we got to do that, and we've got to go like this, and we've got one of war. We need a soothing spices. Okay, so we got our baseline set up. Now we got to go and farm more materials and then start crafting like a shit ton of those. Okay, where are we here? Hold on. I think they fixed it. I don't think you can go past cap on the Grim favors anymore, because I had an off lot number and I completed a thing that gave me 5 and it capped me out at 10 of 10. So I don't think you can go past 10 anymore. I think they changed it. Hey, Teeks, what's happening?
It is done.
Helms, leg guards, two-handed weapons. Huh. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I just always go for weapons. We're gonna go for the weapons, see what happens. This should give us a whole lot of crafting materials, though, no? Like herbs and stuff, doesn't it? I feel like it's supposed to drop a lot of herbs in this, no? Oh yeah, there we go. There's those herbs. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so now we've got to find the portal so we can join. How's your day going? Have you been doing any DBD? You've entered the portal realm of infinite pandas. Hey, sometimes when you're crushing your sets, you just gotta have panda power. I think it throws people for a loop too, because I do like my pre-warm-ups sets and stuff underneath my hoodie, so everything just gets all like, you know, whatever. And I strip off the hoodie, it's just like, but then it's like pandas. It's just like, pandas. That's really the one class, honestly, that I never really played in WoW was the panda. The monk class. The Pandarian. I think the highest level I got, like, I got a monk class was, what was the, I'm having a brain fart, this, the city of Borealis, whatever that human class was, I made a monk with that class, but I think I only leveled it up to like 35 or something, and then I just stopped playing it. But yeah, druids aren't really doing too good right now, which is why I've taken a step back from it. I've been playing Resto Shaman and actually having a lot of fun with it, but Resto Druid has always been my main, and if I can't play my main in the style that I want to be able to play it, it kind of bothers me. So yeah, I've taken a bit of a break recently from focusing on WoW. Oh, you're playing Killer right now? Grinding the rift? Oh, are you just collecting all of like the essence power and going in there and depositing it into the void or whatever, the void energy or whatever it's called? Yeah, it's true. There definitely isn't enough time in the day. Like that's what was kind of like burning me out. I don't want to say burning me out, but it was like, you know, I've got my Prot Warrior, I've got my Resto Druid, I've got my Resto Shaman. To do like all the delves for all three of them to unlock all the vault options, and then doing all the mythic pluses to increase their IO rating, and then unlock all the vaults for the options, and then trying to do the rating on top of that to max it out each week. It was taking way too much time, like way too much time. and I haven't even started crafting and farming for my professions. Like I farmed some of my stuff for Joe crafting on the Druid, but I mean, I'm so far behind on trying to do that it's just, yeah, it's, and then you put a game like this on top of it. I mean, this game is easy because you can kind of come and go as you please, and you know, the only unit of measure is yourself. Like, you don't have to worry about content outscaling you because you can just run dungeons at your own pace, right? Whereas in WoW, I feel like if you're not constantly on there doing everything, the progression of the game through the expansion, the seasons, will leave you behind if you don't. I mean, yeah, there's catch-up mechanics. You know, like within the first week and a half, people were already pugging heroic raids, which is cool because that shit would have never happened back in the day. So, I mean, that's kind of cool that you can kind of just do looking for group to get raiding done if you don't want to be in a raiding guild and spend, you know, 5 days a week raiding, which is kind of nice. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like it's just to maintain multiple characters in that game as well as have the freedom to play other games. It's almost impossible unless you're not working like a normal job and you know, you're able to spend all of your time gaming. Like if I was like able to like full-time stream, like, I mean, I still technically full-time stream. I'm streaming, even though I'm working, I still stream like minimum, you know, 6 to, on the low side, 6-7 hours, on the high side, like 14 hours when I stream, right? 7 days a week. So, I mean, I have the time, but I mean, if I didn't have to worry about working like a full-time job and all I had to do was like stream, then that's a little bit different because I could be spending, you know, 13 hours a day sitting in the chair, grinding out each game the way I need to. But even then, you know, that's a lot of time spent in the chair to do multiple characters. Like, it's just, it's kind of insane at a certain point, right? Grinding. Oh, you're grinding the battle pass quests. Kind of like what I was doing that night when we were on stream when I was playing DBD. Like unlocking like the skins and the other stuff. $85 tiers, jeez. I used to watch a lot of streamers actually that played Dead by Daylight. I still follow a bunch of them. True Talent, he used to play a lot of DBD. Lately it seems like he's playing some other games. Spooky Loops, he's like another huge Dead by Daylighter that I used to watch years ago. I'm not sure if he still plays it or not. I haven't really seen him online at all recently. But yeah, there's a few of them that I have followed that were really, really good at that game. Yeah, it's funny because True Talent, when he first started streaming, I believe he was a strict Mortal Kombat player, and then he got into the Dead by Daylight, and then that was his main game for like quite a long time. Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. What happened to your Streamlabs? Like, just like an update went sideways and it bricked, or what happened with it? Because I feel like that's the worst, especially if you're a streamer. Like, any of that shit goes sideways, yeah, you're kind of fucked. You know what's funny? Like a couple weeks ago, the same thing happened to me. Like, I was going on stream, and then like on my OBS I had like an error message in the middle of my OBS, and it was like saying like like something with my overlays, like it was like your overlay was failing to load or some kind of weird shit, and I don't know what happened, but what I ended up having to do is I had to delete all the overlay sources that I had saved into OBS. I had to go into Stream Elements and Streamlab, or not Stream Elements, not Streamlabs, Stream Elements. I had to go into. I had to go back into the overlays and then like re-enable the overlays as if I was doing it for the first time, and then I had to like reapply it to the sources, and then it worked just fine. Like it's like almost like somehow because I think those overlays are connected to the actual platforms through like some sort of like HTML or something. Like they communicate somehow, and somehow the communication between the platforms were severed, and like the overlays and like all my like my alerts, like follower alerts, like all that stuff just stopped working. But yeah, that's what I had to do, is I had to go back, I had to delete all the follower alerts and then re-add them as if I was doing it for the first time, and then it worked fine. I haven't had a problem since. So you might have to do it sort of in a similar way if you're having the same problem that I had. Definitely Halloween day. I have the day off work. I'm gonna be hitting DVD hard on that day for sure. I want to try to get into some DVD like later on tonight before I end the stream. Tomorrow night I'm gonna be doing DVD as well, and then I have Monday off work. I have Wednesday and Thursday off work as well. So yeah, on those days I'm gonna be doing a lot more DVD. I'm not really focused right now on WoW, so yeah, right now I'm just doing a bunch of group farming runs with some people and friends that are in the chat right now, and then once we're done that, and everybody kind of calls it quits for the night, I'm gonna jump on DVD. How is Black Ops 6 doing? I know they just released it like yesterday or the day before. I heard apparently on Xbox or something, like they let people play it for free right now. So like there's a huge amount of people that are playing it right now. So you think you want to do some squad play? Yeah, honestly, like that was my jam. Zombies in the Black Ops, Kino der Toten, like that that one specific zombie map. Yeah, that was fun. When you're in like the movie theater or whatever it is, the Kino der Toten. Yeah, that was fun. Me and my buddies, fuck. I feel like for years, like every day, we spent hours and hours and hours trying to get like the highest like waves possible. Honestly, I don't even remember. I feel like we either got past like wave 75 or we got into like the triple digits of the waves. I can't remember, but I just remember we got like stupid high in that game. It was fucked. It was so fun. So fun. Like none of us actually played Black Ops for Black Ops. We literally only played the zombie mode. There were some other modes that they had, but yeah, they weren't as fun for whatever reason. Holy shit, we have over 1,000 this time? Holy crap. How did that happen? Damn. We got lucky on those Spire spawns, huh? Do you get a big XP surge when you kill the council as well, or no? Yeah, I was playing a solo for the first match. I didn't want to download update and screen behind me, so you're able to lead them around. Yeah, that's what. Well, like that's what. Oh, whoops! Did somebody drop those on the ground by accident? Sorry, I was such a bad habit when I see loot on the ground. I just instantly click the shit. I thought somebody killed a goblin or something. My bad. Oh, it's so awkward. Oh man, that's awkward. Oh fuck. Yeah, we used to do that in Kino der Toten. It's like we would have somebody up in the film booth. We'd have like 2 people up in the film booth, and we would have like 2 people on the stage. And what we would do is we'd run in circles and like kite a big ass train, and then we would like kill them, but we would leave like a crawler, because the crawler, if you had a crawler up, it wouldn't spawn the next wave until you killed the crawler, and then we would like set everything up again, and just yeah, it was that game, man. That game was so fun. It hit different. Ooh, look at that abductite. Holy shit, how much do we get? 5,100? Sheesh. Is this even real life right now? What the hell just happened? Yeah, I don't think we got that high in the waves, but I mean, yeah, we definitely like maxed out like our pack of punches, and like we all got like ray guns and all the meta shit at the time. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What do we got here? Casting gorilla skill increases your weapon damage by 50% of your armor. Weapon damage by 50%. So I'm assuming that's going to be a flat bonus, maximum 1,500 bonus weapon damage. See, I don't know how well that's going to scale. I mean, if these things only do like 596 damage per second, I don't know how much 1,500 weapon damage is going to bolster the damage of everything else. It's kind of interesting, though. That's really interesting. Huh. Go ahead and salvage that one. What do we got here? 3,800. No, it's not an upgrade. Let's go and sell this for some moolah.
Anything else?
Yeah, the first one we did together, I feel like we just got unlucky with the spire options. I felt like that second one we did, we had way better stacking synergy, because that was crazy. Yeah, the first one kind of felt like a bit of a dud. If you're running out of 10s, I've got a couple 10s I can pop. I've got 4 of them. Actually make that 5 of them. If we need to run more 10s, yeah, I got 5. Yeah, I've been avoiding going for the meta builds. Yeah, I've been avoiding it. Yeah, I've been avoiding it pretty hard. What do we got here? Rapport. Ooh, yes. Oh, no. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so many people are blitzing the meta, which is cool. Like, yeah, I think it's cool, but yeah, for me, yeah, I've been avoiding it. Some of my friends are like, "Yo, man, you gotta equip this and do that and buff this and boost that. And I'm like, nope. Especially with a class like that just came out, like I want to know, like it's you know, I want to know its strengths and its weaknesses before I start worrying about like following guides and like harnessing like best in slot builds. And for me in Diablo though, I've honestly, like, I've always gone against the grain, like every single time. Like if I saw somebody at the top of the Greater Rift charts with a build, the fun for me was like, you know what, I'm gonna find a build that nobody's using that's gonna be better than that build. And that's what for me is like a lot of fun in the game, is like trying to find, because I feel like no matter how much data mining and how much min-maxing people are doing, whoever's doing it to make these guides, there's no way that every possible item combination, every possible play style, because everybody has a different play style, right? I don't think that every single avenue has been thoroughly discovered to the point where it's like, yeah, like this is the best that the game has to offer. And I'm always on the hunt for that next best thing that maybe somebody data mining might have missed something, and missed something that maybe nobody else has actually seen, because it's such a minute little thing that, you know, maybe they didn't put 2 and 2 together, kind of a thing, right? So I'm always on the hunt for that. That's what kind of... I'm always on the hunt for that. But I'm usually pretty accurate with my guesses. Like like a season will come out and I'll be like, oh, like if only this could happen, and if only that can happen, and then next thing you know, it's like there's a build that'll arise where, you know, there's been an update to the game where something gets unlocked, and it's like I knew it. It's like, I don't know, I just have this uncanny sense of just seeing builds before they're even possible to be viable, and then, you know, seasons later they actually become viable because something in the game has unlocked it. It's like, you know, in WoW they have the achievement ahead of the curve. Yeah, it's like I always feel like I'm ahead of the curve, but always behind the curve, because all the builds that I think of are like not viable, right? It's just like and then it's like down the road they become a thing, and it's just like, well, my timing is really off, but it's like, you know. Oh man. Like I've been messing around with trying to figure out how to make like an ultimate build, because there's a lot of items in the game that boost ultimates, but ultimates right now, because you're time gated by not the cooldown, you're time gated by the duration of the skill. So like right now I have so much cooldown reduction that the hunter ultimate is constantly off a cooldown, but I can't spam the next one until the duration of the skill is over. So having any of those items that increase your ultimate damage by like, you know, 600%, it's useless on like a single cast. I mean, sure, the Seeker, you can have 3 casts and then you're hit by your duration cooldown, which is not the same as the actual cooldown. So if they unlock the ability to like be able to like multi-spam that, I've got a couple of builds I've already like thought of that would like work really well, and that would be like a heavy nuking, like AoE kind of, you know, bursty build, but it's not viable right now because you're time gated by the skill duration, not the cooldown of the skill, right? So I don't know if at some point in the next, you know, couple months when they do have updates and that becomes a build and becomes a thing. And remember, you heard it first from me. You heard it right here, chat. Calling it. Yeah, I think I've got one of the items that's like a couple of the items that are perfect for ultimates, and the GAs on those unique items actually rolled on the ultimate damage. So yeah, I'm like kind of curious to see. I think there's a weapon as well. The weapon as well too. The Wushki Nakpa. I got like a 3 GA one. Like there's like a bunch of items that like that synergize with it, but yeah, it's not. Like, could you imagine if you could constantly spam the Devourer poison one and have a bit of an overlap, so you had like 2 or 3 of them up? Like, fuck, the amount of poison damage you would put on like a boss mob would just be ridiculous. Like at that point, you wouldn't even need to do like trillions of like glitched out damage with like buggy Paragon boards. Like you would literally have so much poison on that thing's life, you would just set it, walk away in the corner, and just let it die. Like it'd be so fucking strong. Because like essentially you can have multiple scourges up at the same time for a split second before one of them fades away. But yeah, like that would just be so fucking broken. Which is probably why they're gonna time gate ultimates and not give you the ability to you know outscale its own duration, right? Because on amulets and rings and gloves, you can get ultimate cooldown, like the hunter cooldown, devourer cooldown, the monkey cooldown, etc. So you couple that with like a Shaco and like some good rolls on items and like GA them and stuff when you're masterworking. Like it's not like in Diablo 3 where it's like, oh shit man, like I'm almost at like berserker cap, I just need 2% more cooldown reduction, I can have permanent uptime. But it's like they block you from doing that last couple of percent because they don't want you to have permanent uptime. I feel like they fixed that by making it so that each ultimate has 2 things: 1, the actual skill cooldown, but 2, the duration of the skill. Right now the Seeker has the shortest duration of all of them. I think the longest duration is the Devourer, which has like I think 16 seconds or 18 seconds uptime. The Hunter is what 7 strikes for and 8 seconds, and then I think the Seeker, the longest duration that one has is like 3.5 or 4 seconds. So I mean the Seeker is the more viable out of all of them to be able to have a build where you could spam it off cooldown. But again, I think they put the duration in there knowing that people are going to try to go for like cooldown reduction builds, and they wanted to be able to nip that in the butt without having to affect other skills that run off of cooldowns. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean it is what it is. It's true though, set it and forget it. Like that's how it was with like poison build when I first started this season. Like I wasn't even a poison build, I was just using touch of death as like just like an ability to help keep me healed. I had a custom crafted legendary weapon, and I rolled the proc on it through tempering, where it increases the chance for touch of death to reinfect by like 60%. And literally I could pull a group of elites, and I would just hit touch of death once, and it kept jumping in and out of the same mob like infinitely, like reinfecting it, and it would literally heal me and kill the mobs without me actually having to physically cast a button, which got me thinking like, hey, if you can get your cooldowns fast enough, you could sort of have that endlessly. But again, they, I think they sort of kiboshed that when it comes to the ultimates, because then, the amount of poison stack I was having was kind of like last season when, people were doing bleed builds for barbs. Like literally you would hit the mob once, and like it's like 90% of its health bar would go dark red, which means that the damage is already there.
They just didn't know it yet.
And what would happen is like you had so much damage over a time effect on the monster, like literally you just had to wait for that to like kill it, but it essentially was already dead by the time you initially hit it. It was dead. So yeah, I feel like there's like a synergy for poison builds, especially with like being able to have like ultimates, like constantly spammed. But I don't think they're gonna unlock that. Orion, my brother, what's happening? Hey, buddy. How was the rest of, sorry I couldn't stay and stream last night. I was pretty freaking tired by the time I logged out. But how was the rest of your stream? Oh shit, we got the butcher. Hello, what's happening, brother? Thanks for the raid, man. I would, you know what? Just for you, brother, I'm gonna take a chance right now, and I'm gonna throw up one of these juicy ones for you and hope that I don't die in the process. Yeah, man, we missed you too, man. Glad to have you back. So did you figure out what you're sick? Like, was it COVID that got you? Because that cough and just the symptoms you were talking about, like, really bring me back to when I had my experience with COVID. And for me, I was just like, yeah, that's bringing back some bad memories. Like, did you figure out what it was, or was it just like a really like shitty flu? Welcome, Low. Welcome, Raiders. Hey. It's definitely not. Hey, you got to see the pound cake pounding this mouth in real time. Last night on the stream, I was eating a bunch of pound cake and chocolate cake, and we did all the things. I even last night's stream, it got so rowdy. I took some chocolate cake and I sandwiched that little bad boy between two all-dressed potato chips, and I ate it, and it was fucking good. It was fucking weird. It's okay, that pound cake pound mouth is like that clip is forever in the clip list on stream. So yeah, there's no escaping that one. Oh man. Welcome, Low. Welcome, Raiders. We're having a blast right now. We're with some fellow friends and streamers in chat here in a group, just powering through some 4-player T4 Infernal Hordes, just farming mats and having fun. Probably going to do some Dead by Daylight gameplay a little bit later in the stream. Oh man, look at all that stuff. Damn. Do they? Oh boy. Oh man. I can't remember what it was. It was like you were talking about pound cake. I'm like, no, it's lemon cake. And you're like, it's pound cake. I'm like, yeah, well, the pound cake just pound towned in my mouth or something like that. Yeah, that was fucking funny. Oh man. How was your raid? What were you playing? Must kill these monsters. Hold on a sec, brother. Shout out. Can't. There we go. Is that the clip? Here, I'm gonna pause the music for a second and see if that was the clip from last night. Is that the one? Let's pop it open, see if that's the one. No, that wasn't it. That didn't that wasn't the one. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, that's the one. Oh man. And that side eye too. I had no idea you were gonna even clip that too, which made it even funnier. Oh man. All right, let's go ahead and loot this thingy. It's not like we're gonna get anything good from it anyway, but it's gonna give us herbs, and that's important. All right, what do we got here? Hey. Settle it down. Oh man. Watch that shit goes viral. It gets like 1,000,000 views. Fuck. Oh man. Oh man. Isn't there like a life lesson in there? Some like, watch what you say on the internet. Oh man. Classic. Yeah, honestly, I mean, without knowing, like just hearing like your symptoms and like what you were talking about and then hearing that cough, like when you're on stream, yeah, man, for me that like right away, I was like, fuck, that sounds like when I had COVID. Yeah, dude. When I had COVID, man, that shit almost killed me, man. And I don't even say that to be funny. I say that to be like 100%. There was like two nights out of like 3.5 weeks where like literally like I had death dreams and like I woke up like out of my dream and I was like gasping for air. Like my lungs were so fucked. Like I was like hyperventilating because every time I took a breath in, it felt like my body wasn't absorbing the oxygen. So then I had to breathe in again. But it was like the breaths were all shallow. Like it's like I couldn't go and breathe in. It was like each breath was like that's all my lungs could do. And it was it was traumatic, man. It was the scariest shit, dude. Like it was fucking scary, man. It was not fun at all. So that's why I was worried about you, dude. Because when I heard like how sick you were, and then after hearing you on stream and you came back, I was like, fuck, dude, that sounds like fucking, that sounded like the dirty sea. And we're not talking vitamins. We're not talking the other one either. We're talking COVID. Do not try to take that out of context. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, that was a legit thing. Like, I couldn't sleep on my back, my stomach, or my side. I literally had to sleep sitting up. And it was like so awkward. Like, I have like one of those big, like massive, like headboards, right? So I like had to like pile up pillows on both sides of my body so that like it would hold my arms up like this so that that would like balance my body so that I could actually sleep sitting up because that was the only way like the pressure off my lungs would actually allow me to breathe because laying down on my side or my back or anything, just the weight of my chest was like collapsing on me. Like I couldn't like literally I couldn't fucking breathe. It was the worst, man. Fucking worst, dude. Fucking worst. Like so many people were fucking losing their lives over it and like people were kind of like treating it as like a joke and sort of being like, oh blah, this and that. It's like, take it from me as somebody who like went through it and it probably hit me a lot harder because I didn't get the jab. That was on me. I was kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna let my body fight it and whatever happens happens. You know, like 4 months went by and I finally got it and I'm telling you that shit almost fucking killed me. So I went and I got the jab. and my antibodies and immune system got up. I think I've had it a couple of times since then, and like honestly it's been just like a normal cold where like I got it for like 2 or 3 days and then it went away, because I think the body already built up whatever natural immunity and then whatever was in the booster and stuff like that. So I haven't gone back for more. I have no opinions on it one way or the other. I just know that I was a little bit foolish in the beginning of it, and I got caught, and that shit almost fucking took me out. And it was a scary fucking process to go through. And like, I don't wish that shit upon anybody. I'm glad that it's not really as bad as it was. And I hope the world doesn't go through that shit again, at least not in our lifetimes or our kids' lifetimes. For those that may have kids, I don't have kids, but yeah, that shit was scary, man. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that stuff, you're right, Lo, that stuff does happen, but it's worse when that stuff happens, but then you have like the implications of like modern invention and the catalyst that happens because of modern invention and science and all the other stuff, where what normally would exist in nature is now being bolstered by the fact that what's being done to nature and things are rapidly evolving outside of their norms, because the typical zones in which bacteria exist are now mutating, because the insulins and penicillins and all the other stuff that's causing things to adapt and evolve around it. It's making these mutated strains even stronger than they used to be back in hundreds of years ago when these things. So yeah, man, it's scary to think what's going to happen in another 20 or 30 years down the road. It's fucking nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts. Exactly, and that's the thing. The vaccine wasn't getting rid of it; it was just giving your body essentially a fighting chance. But when I got the COVID, yeah, I was not, and and I'm okay with talking about it. I know some people, it's like a hard topic and whatnot. For me, it was one of those things where it's like I don't have any view one way or another on it. I don't go out and get the flu shots every year just because I've never needed to. And with this, it was sort of the same thing where it's like, hey, like I want my body to fight for itself and before I look at something else. And I was ignorant to the fact that I didn't know what was going to happen. Some people, I think the problem is like everybody's body is different. So like some people that didn't get the jab, they got it for a couple of days and they felt like it was like a sniffle and then it was fine. Whereas other people, and I don't have asthma or like any issues like that, but people that are more sensitive to that type of stuff, it's going to hit them harder. So for me, being a super healthy guy, I was like, what, I'm just going to do my thing and whatever happens and we'll cross that bridge when it comes. I got that shit and it almost took me out. And I was like, fuck man, I should have got that jab. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like I don't think any of us in our lifetime have ever seen such a massive loss of life due to something like that. Like that's just fucking gnarly. Absolutely gnarly.
Greetings.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the weird thing too, is that the loss of life was done so indiscriminately. Like it wasn't like, oh, people that like don't take care of themselves and that are in bad health and people that are reckless, those are going to be the ones that are going to go first. No, there's like healthy ass people that like never drank, never smoked, never did this, never did that were dropping like super fast. Like it didn't care who the fuck you were. If it was going to take you out, it was going to take you out and there was not a damn thing anybody could do about it. Right. Like that was, I think the scariest thing was just fuck. Like literally it was like Russian roulette. Put a bullet in the chamber, spin the barrel, pull the trigger and see what happens. Like you were either lucky or you weren't lucky. Like I was at the hospital for like 12 hours and they like literally were like, unfortunately, like there's nothing we can do until your symptoms get worse. I'm like, how much more worse do they need to get? Like, fuck, it was so fucked. It was so fucked. Like, like literally I was there for 12 hours and like, they just sent me home. Like there was nothing that they could do. So yeah, it was just it was fucked, man. So fucked. Oh man. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize we were queued up for another run. My bad. Sorry for holding down this progression train. My apologies. But yeah, Ryan, my brother, I'm happy to see that you are safe and sound and healthy and back on the streams. I could tell you missed your time away, man. When's your next Lego stream, Lego build coming down? You have anything planned? Or is that just sort of like on a whim when you just sort of randomly feel like it? Hellfire rains upon you. Woo! Suck him and suck him and suck him. Let's go. Pull them in like a Dyson. I almost thought it would be cool to make like a, because back in Diablo 3 they had the oh shit, what was the monk's suck ability? It wasn't called Vortex, it was called like what, concussive strike or something like that. And I remember for a brief time there was like set items in a build where like you could just spam the thing and suck mobs in and just do like crazy damage. I thought about trying to like make a build like that, between having like the physical skill and the rune word, and like there's some items that actually synergize with it, but there's no items in the game that do increased damage when you pull in enemies. Because I don't think in this game when you pull in an enemy, I don't think they count that as a form of crowd control. Otherwise you would be able to scale crowd control duration and crowd control damage and synergize with that. But yeah, I don't think it's viable yet. But if a build arises,
You heard it first here, chat.
Vortex spam build, it's gonna be a thing. Either that or you're gonna have people making Z spiritborns and like running around mass sucking in mobs to group up for AoEs and like casting barbarian war cries and commanding show rune words and stuff. Yeah, tetanus ones I get every so often. I think I have another like 2 years before I have to go get another one. That's a good one to get, right? Because I mean, nobody wants to, like, especially if you do a lot of shit, you know, dealing with, you know, machines and other sort of stuff. I mean, last thing you want to do is cut yourself with some rust and, you know, get rust poisoning, because that's another one that's that one's a scary one as well too. If you get that shit and you don't realize and you kind of leave it unchecked, yeah, that's no bueno. I had a close call one year, many years ago when I was doing demolition. We were demolishing like a high school, but we had to strip the hardwood flooring to refinish it and reuse it and sell it. So I had a zip disc grinder, and we were oh shit, that sucked. We were prying up the wood flooring boards and flipping them over and zipping off the tack nails on the bottom side. And it was like really dusty and smoky from all the burnt smell of the thing zipping through the metal. So we had one of the doors open, but what happened was somebody else came into the gym and opened up the door on the opposite side of the place, and what that did is that caused like a really vicious like cross breeze. And even though I was wearing eye protection, that cross breeze blew through there like a hurricane, and a bunch of the sparks when I was zipping bounced around in there, and one of them went in my eye, which hurt like a mother. Went to the hospital, and I ended up having what was called a rust ring in my eye. The rust, the thing got in there because right away I didn't know what was happening. I think it was like, I can't remember if it was the same day I went to the hospital or next day. It was quite a long time ago. But what ended up happening is they had to numb my eyeball, and then they put they wiped it with this like colory goop, this like orange shit, and the orange shit went into, I guess, if there's any sort of scratches on the eye, on like the outer layers, it like shows up because it goes in there and it fills in the scratches and it makes it noticeable. So yeah, I had what's called a rust ring, and like literally to get the metal out of the eye, they actually had to use like a magnet, and they actually had to put it on the eye and like use that to like suck the metal out of there. But yeah, I had like what was called a rust ring, where like the rust from the metal got in there and it started to do all the thing and whatnot, and then I had to get a tetanus shot and yeah, all that fun shit. But yeah, man. May the odds forever be in your favor. I think that's the thing, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know. I haven't watched that shit in a really long time. Thanks for the raid, brother man. I hope you have yourself a wonderful sleep. I know you've been having struggles with that lately, so hopefully you're able to find some time to rest. And I thank you for the raid, my friend. I hope everybody had a great time watching low, and for those of you that are sticking around, I hope you have an enjoyable time here as well. Hey, you go get him. Man, these fragments are annoying. Like, I want to like not... Fuck. Can I like press Alt to make them disappear? Nope. Dang, dude. Fuck, I think I've been forgetting to like loot these things off the ground. That's what happens, man. Murphy's Law, bro. Don't you know this? You've been watching my stream long enough. Just means you gotta stick around, right? I'm not the biggest David Guetta fan, but I'm definitely a Kelly Rowland fan. I think out of all of the Destiny's Child members, I think she was definitely underrated. Like, she has a wicked voice and a hell of a lot of talent, and I think just all of like the fame of Beyonce like really overshadowed her. Michelle, can't remember her name. Michelle Williams, I think, was the other singer. I mean, yeah, I mean, she was all right, but yeah, I definitely feel like if Kelly Rowland had just as much attention as Beyonce, I think she could have eclipsed Beyonce. Like honestly, I think she could have. Oh yeah, Kelly Rowland's gorgeous. She's dynamite for sure. But see, there's no point in them increasing the cap for it because, like, I'm already at the cap, which is 999,000. Never am I going to need to use 999,000 of them to make gems. Like, there's literally no gems that are ever going to need to be made that are going to use that. It's essentially, it's a waste of time, Matt. Like it really is. Like nobody's sitting around being like, oh, I'm going to go make a bunch of, like, Nightmare Dungeon keys at the vendor. Like, they should have left it how they had it last season, where, like, you had to craft different ones to make harder tiers of it, not just, like, have it where, like, one shoe fits all and the nightmare difficulty you have set scales this. Like these are just all useless. That's why I don't run them. Like, you get so many of them, it's just it's you have no need to craft them because you get so many of them. It's just, yeah, it's kind of stupid in my opinion, but
you know what? All you got to remember is aim for the bushes. Lay your pictures down, change it out.
I mean, I feel like that's like, that's an untapped life lesson that's been, like, thoroughly overlooked. Like, people be like, shit, fuck, man, fuck, shit, fucking lost my wallet, fuck.
Brother, aim for the bushes.
I mean, hey, right? Oh, man. Hey, what's wrong, Tommy? Someone ate the last slice of pizza.
Aim for the bushes.
Can't fit that in the bag.
Oh shit, am I, like, loot capped? Oh shit, that's awkward. How is that even possible?
There goes my hero. Running as he goes. There goes my hero. He's ordinary. You know what? Someone's ordinary is someone else's magical.
Oh, man. Wow, we're rubber banding hard.
Father bless. What do you need?
Dude, what is going on with this game right now? What is this one? Gain 1 resolve when you dodge an attack. Your potency skills consume 2 resolve to deal 94% increase. Damn, dude, that actually seems kind of cool. Hey, we're gonna put this one in here because I wanna come back to this one and see if I can figure out how to build with that, because you can have endless resolve stacking, and when you use this Wushki Nakpa, the Devourer synergizes potency with potency skills, and if you're following what I'm putting down, maybe that 94% increased damage is going to synergize with the increased 80% hull bonus potency for the potency skills.
I think we just found the next best top build, chat.
I mean, I'm just saying, see, Blizzard is always about putting, like, little Easter eggs and things, right? And follow me here for a second. Why would they have it where it's hull bonus with 80% potency for 15 seconds and then literally have the Devourer is a potency skill? Notice how they doubled the potency, right? You take potency and potency, 1 and 1 is 2, 1 goes in two times. See how that suddenly, you know, becomes infinite. Like, you know, I'm just saying, you know. Oh man, I got a feeling there's something there. I'm just, you know. I may also be off my rocker. But I do feel like there's something there. But yeah, in this game, I haven't seen very many modifiers that work for specific things like potency skills, yet alone have a weapon. Like the focus skill, I can see. The mobility skill, that's a harder one because not a lot of the mobility skills have a lot of damage. The defensive skills have a lot more synergy with damage. Like the Scourge is actually a defensive skill, but it does a shit ton of damage. Potency, however, especially with the Devourer, I can see something there. I can see something there, like especially if you take potency and you put touch of death on that, like Devour, touch of death with like Scourge, like Rushing Claw, nah, Razor Wings, nah, Payback, nah, but you do it with like touch of death. Yeah, I feel like there's a synergy there. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I feel like there's a synergy there. Let's go ahead and find another spot to dump one of these points. I mean, we definitely don't need more resist all. You know what, we're just gonna put that in there for now. What's the plan? We running some more, or are we gonna switch it up and do some different dungeons? I take that as we're gonna do some more. Hey Dez, what's happening? I forgot to give you a shout out, man. I saw that you messaged up there. How's your day been going?
I appreciate that.
Where is the portal? There it is. Oh man. The Helltide hath arisen. Oh shit, I don't even have any fucking potions on. Is anybody running incense? I've got not enough materials to craft incense, so I'm out. Yeah, I didn't realize how expensive the incense were. I thought the incense crafting cost was similar to crafting the elixirs. So I was crafting like stacks of 20 of each like incense, and then I was using 3 of them at a time doing my runs for like maximum experience, not knowing that it costs like 12 times the amount of bundles of herbs per incense as it does versus like elixirs, and I like ripped through all of my stuff. Now I'm kind of fucked. Oh shit, you didn't have to give me some. I just meant if anybody's used them. You didn't have to give me any, dude. Thank you though. Oh, that's more than enough. Thank you so much. I just meant I didn't see any buffs on, so I wasn't sure if people were actually running them. Normally I run them, but yeah, I ran out of them the other night. I spent I think an hour or 2 hours on stream literally running from the top of the map almost down to the bottom of the map, looting every node, and after all of that time I was only able to make three incenses, and at that point I was like, fuck this, there has to be a faster way to farm it. So I started running different dungeons, like nightmare dungeons and infernals and stuff, trying to figure out where the mats drop from. And I can safely tell you, running nightmare dungeons is not the way to get it. I think at the end of the run you get 10 or something. It was stupid. Oh crap, I think I may have forgotten to loot the abductite chest on the last run, or did I? I can't remember. Fuck. Crap. I can't remember if I looted that chest or if I left with all of the Aether on me. Shit. Oh fuck. Did I? I mean, I have 24k abductite, so maybe I did. Yeah, I just can't remember if I can't remember if I looted it or not. I know I looted the loot chest, but I can't remember if I looted the materials chest or not. You saw massive gems left over? Okay. Maybe I did then. Let's go. Sorry, by the way, my vortex size is so massive. I'm looking at my screen and it's pulling all the mobs away from you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I think I have 160% vortex suck or something. Yeah, it's pretty high. It's way to troll your party members. It's like they're trying to fight a bunch of mobs on a spire and you pull them out of their spire from halfway across the map. Fuck. Oh man. Ooh, that person got a 3 Ibewaka. Oh, it's and a 30% or 2? Shit. Whoa. So, Mr. PC, you were saying boss kills is what drops the herbs. Are you talking about boss like killing like Ubers? You mean is where you get the herb drops? Oh fuck. Okay, well that's good to know. I've been trying to farm some of the tributes. I did some of the tributes like earlier today. I did a couple tribute runs. I mean, I've got a decent amount of mats. Like I can do 7 Andes. I can do 5 Durials. I can do a bunch, but yeah, I've been trying to farm mats for it. You get the most from the Snoop Dogg runs. I will admit I have no idea what the Snoop Dogg runs are. Oh, I get it. Snoop Dogg, because he... The funniest Snoop Dogg thing I'll ever remember is like when Half Baked first came out, and they're talking about like the different kind of weed smokers, and then and then you have the scavenger, and then it's like Snoop Dogg comes out of nowhere. He's like, "Yo, man, can I have a hit of that?" And like literally, he fucking smokes the whole thing to himself. He's like, and he's like. And then he like hands it back, and it's just like a tiny fucking roach. It's like, wow, thanks, bro. Thanks for smoking my entire fucking joint to your head. Oh man, that part of the movie was like funny to me. Oh, he just comes up out of nowhere and just ends up on the stoop step. He's just like, oh man. I want to talk to Samson. Oh man, I feel like there's like movies that came out back in the day that would like you would never see those movies ever like in today's standard. Like, yeah, it's like, oh man, oh, I love it. Fuck. I feel like the synergy of people in Half Baked was like the precursor to like the Hangover movies. Like, you know what I mean? Like it had like the same vibe.